Hi everyone, I'm Francisca Alonso, the CEO and co-founder of AV Architects and Builders. And today I'm here with my great friend Mark Watson with Exterior Medics. Welcome, Mark.
Thanks, Francisco. Happy to be here. Mark Watson, co-founder of Exterior Medics, a full-service exterior company serving Northern Virginia, Maryland, and DC.
So when it comes to siding, what are the different types of siding materials available?
So generically speaking, you have vinyl, fiber cement, metal, or natural products, typically wood. A design like the ones that we work on with you, typically the fiber cement is going to be the most common option that we go with there. And specifically from a manufacturing standpoint, James Hardie or Nichiha siding is what we work with.
When we're talking about siding, that of course has a huge impact on the overall aesthetics of the home. How much customization can we do when it comes to the siding options?
The technology, especially when it comes to fiber cement options, is tremendous. The advancements just over the last few years really opened up so many different possibilities for you now.
It used to be that it was basically horizontal and it was like 6-7 inches.
Right.
And it was then in the off-whites, and then you had some greens and blues and yellows. But in the last couple of years, it has changed significantly where you can go vertical, you can go horizontal. We have panels that are 18 inches by 36, right? So with all those options of sizing, of direction, of texture, of color, the sky is the limit.
Right. You can get any color really that you want. You may have longer lead times and additional costs that are incurred for that customization. The general rule of thumb is the more custom that you want it, the more it's typically going to cost.
It's a balance between functionality, aesthetics, and budget.
Right.
And so we like to always combine those three aspects and come up with the best solution. So out of the siding options, which one has the least maintenance and most maintenance?
Your vinyl definitely will tend to lend itself to more maintenance, the cleaning of it, again, wind damage and things like that, discoloration over time because the sun heavily fades the product. Whereas with your fiber cement products that we're talking about here, you're not going to worry about those same concerns. The options that we're talking about, James Hardie and with the Nichiha product, both of them are going to be great and low maintenance with the factory selected colors. So if you get something that comes from the factory and is pre-painted, you're getting guarantees of 30 plus years on that finish.
So this is a big question for our clients. What can you tell me about the different materials that we're talking about in terms of insulation?
Siding is definitely an important factor when protecting the home, and it does provide some insulating benefit. So your least is going to be your hollow back vinyl. Your Hardie gets thicker, so naturally it's going to give you more protection there, and then Nichiha is thicker than that, so it's certainly going to help you. But as you know, and we talk about all the time, it's a siding system, so there are many components that help with that, but really what it comes down to is beyond the outer shell, the siding itself, what are you doing to the walls?
We only use 2x6 wall construction. We don't use 2x4. So naturally, you have 2 more inches of insulation value. It's about the wall. It's about the type of sheathing you use. It's about the siding. And then it also is about the openings, the windows, the doors. So it is a all-inclusive effort to keep the shell of the house as tight as possible. All the way from the foundation up through the walls to the roof, it all needs to be working together at the highest level.
Yeah, well said.
When you are thinking about replacing your siding, what are some of the key indicators that it's time to do so?
Yeah, the obvious one, of course, is if you have panels that actually blow off. So you notice after a storm that something's come loose or slipped. Less obvious would be where you have deflections in the boards. Vinyl, by the way, that's typically the case. It's going to be because there's a lot of movement in vinyl, so that might not be an indication.
Right.
But that is going to be the aesthetic that you might not want either. But when it comes to wood product, of course, you'll start to see rot, typically around the butt edges, so where one board meets the next, or you'll see it around windows or openings. Any of those signs, I think, would be the most common ones that we see. With Nichiha or with Hardie, if the items that I just mentioned you're seeing, is probably an indication that the product wasn't installed properly. When we're talking about designs and you or Tony shoot something over to me and I'm taking a look at it and you say, hey, what do you think about this detail? What do you think about that? If I see something in the design and say, hey, this might be a challenge for us to be able to install the product properly and avoid, not now, but 10 years from now, something coming up. and being an issue. But again, the great thing about when installed properly, you're going to have a virtually maintenance-free environment.
That's why we love them, because they're engineered and they're very low maintenance when installed properly.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested in learning more about how to build a custom luxury home, feel free to contact us at 703-865-5065 or check our website at www.avarchitectsbuild.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. If you're interested in learning more about Exterior Medics and the services we provide, you can go to exteriormedics.com or call 703-942-6553, and someone there will be able to assist. Thank you.